Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about BB24. It is almost over, and there is still so much drama.
Yep, okay. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And you can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/nerdtainment.
Hello!
Hi, guys. I really thought, it's winding down.
I mean, it is winding down.
It definitely is. I will say, the last half of this episode was, quite the snooze fest. But still some drama at the top of this episode. I mean, it's like old footage from the weekend.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, that's how little is happening in the house that we have to show a breakup / just
sort of like
horrible
behavior.
Domestic issue that I wish wasn't on the show because I didn't like it on the feeds.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to go ahead and just give us the whole thing. They did. They showed the 2 instances that Monty had an issue with.
Yeah.
And then they're going to show him saying she's disrespectful and condescending and he's not going to have it.
I mean, I know we all know it. We're all on the same page, but it's so stupid for her. I mean, it's such an offhanded remark that I would also make if he was like, I can't believe, if somebody said to me, can't believe I've seen a human alive for a year, I'd be like, well, you haven't technically. No offense. There's literal, I can't even believe that you would take offense to that. I don't even see a reason to say no offense, but I don't mean any offense by that. It's just a fact that you haven't seen them alive for a year.
Yeah. And the same thing with the headphones. If you woke me up by taking the headphones off of my head, I would be grumpy. You can't wake me up. Honestly,
that one I feel like is I'm a little more forgiving of Monty. I'm like, okay, Monty, your reaction is like,
no, his reaction is too much though. If he was like, hey, that was kind of what were you doing?
%, yeah.
And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. Then you're done and you move on with your life.
But
there's nothing else to say.
I don't even see what he's mad about with the goddaughter situation.
Oh my God.
Shut up. But then the headphones, it is why are you yanking off the headphones when you're asleep? But that's such an easy, oh my God, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. And then it's it's all good. I just had to say something and clear the air, and now the air is cleared.
Exactly.
But the fact that he's doing this whole thing in the bathroom where she's minding her own business, taking a bath. And he comes in and he's like, hey, so I can't believe you did this. This is so condescending. And Taylor never gets defensive.
No.
She welcomes criticism, it seems. She's totally here for it and ready to hear it. And she's like, you know what? Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. And I shouldn't have grabbed the headphones like that. And I apologize. And he's like, no. I said it was disrespectful. It's like he didn't expect her to apologize almost. And she's like, I said, I'm sorry. What? And then it just keeps going.
He didn't want to hear an apology. He wasn't done. He wanted to be heard. He had a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they didn't include in this edit. Well, they did. They showed that he was remember when you were basically bullied? I mean, they did show some of that. And it's
and then he's like,
no,
you're going to get out and see why we bullied you.
No, stop it.
No, awful.
Anyway, so I don't know. I didn't love seeing it, but you guys get it. We had to see it because there's nothing else going on. He moved his stuff out for one night. Guess what? The next night he's right back in bed with her.
Back in.
So
he likes that HOH bed. He likes the Beyonce with the headphones.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. But Taylor is right. She has 750,000 other things to worry about. Yeah. So move on.
I mean, that was so nice to hear her say that. And just in case there was any, doubt, just to be reminded that she is in it to win it. She's in it for that check, and not going to be oh, this guy crying over Monty. Thank you. Move on.
Guess what? We got the jury.
The jury. Yes. Terrence arrives and huggy. We're so happy to see Terrence. And then Michael scampers in, and everyone's like, Jasmine's like, Michael. I can't do her accent anymore.
Michael. Michael.
butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Look who's here.
Michael, you look better than a plate of ribs on a Sunday.
He is all ribs.
With a
honestly.
side of slaw.
Yes. But she was like, I don't know what to do now. I thought Michael was going to be in the end.
They were like, wait, we have to think of something.
No, am I going to vote for? So Michael's like, well, let's play the episode, everybody. And they're just, of course, Jasmine brings up the muffin. She's like, I knew Turner was the one who took my muffin.
I knew it.
And
but she does kind of give him some credit. And I was like, you don't have to, Jasmine. You don't have to.
Please don't, in fact. But they're kind of marveling at Michael's game, as they're like, oh my God, you won again. Because they're just like watching him win comp after comp. And then they're like laughing out loud at his exit. I loved that they replayed that for everybody.
Terrence got up and gave him a hug.
Yeah.
I was like, this is what Terrence is excited about.
This is what it took.
I mean, we loved it as well. Yeah, we loved it.
Yeah. And then Alyssa arrives, right?
Yeah. What's interesting though is Terrence is like, well, I really give this to Monty. Monty's the one who used that veto and got Michael out, which I actually was like, yeah, honestly. And then Michael backs it up with in Turner's goodbye message, he made it clear that this wasn't his move.
Yeah.
He was acting like he had nothing to do with it, which I mean, it's true and it's not true. Like he was wanting to get him out, but he was not sure if this was the time. It really was Monty's, but Turner's also scared to be like, I didn't do it, so.
No, totally. You never know what strategy is going to work with the jury. That's what's tricky about it.
You should
Turner
know
could
what
have been
Michael's going to like, though. You should.
That's true. You should have known. But, there's one school of thought that says own it and all of that. And hope that the juror is going to respect game. Yeah. Which you should know that Michael probably will. Mm-hmm. But then the other school of thought is deny, because you don't want a bitter jury.
Yeah, right.
You want friends on the jury.
Don't blame me. Yeah. Well, Michael's not going to take that as okay, then he's going to give that credit to Monty. So when Alyssa gets there, they're like, it is a Dire Fest reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. Sure. And Kyle's like, oh, I'm so sad. I wanted to see her go to the end so I could vote for her.
Alyssa in the jury house?
Yeah, he's happy to see her. And she's like, side hug.
Yeah. He's like, maybe we'll get back together.
People were shook at that 9-second difference between Monty and Brittany. They were like, dang, it would have been a different game.
Sure would have been.
Had that happened.
Sure would have been.
But then, people are acknowledging basically at the end of these segments that Monty's playing a good game. That's how they're feeling.
We're hearing a bit more about Monty than anyone else. But the only thing we hear about Taylor is when Alyssa, true to Alyssa form, just lets the words fall out of her mouth without any thought in them. Taylor's up in his bed on all the nights. And they're like, wait, who what? Who what?
Who's getting what? From whom?
Joseph's face.
Joseph was like, well, I guess that's their business. Yeah.
Oh, when I saw Joseph's face.
They did an office style, zoom in on his face, to really capture the hurt that was going on there.
That you could feel the hurt. You could feel the hurt.
Yeah.
And I had a moment of feeling that hurt with Joseph, but then I went right back to being like, Alyssa, what the heck?
I know.
Alyssa walked out of that house wanting to vote for Taylor over Monty and Turner. She's mad at them. She doesn't respect their game.
Yeah.
And then she throws Taylor basically under the bus. We're not getting game credit here. We're just talking about her sleeping with a dude. And that is so not good on a few levels.
Yeah.
Don't love it, Alyssa.
I don't love it.
Got to learn to.
She's got a big mouth.
Zip it.
Big old mouth.
Oy, oy, oy.
Then we get our family messages. And was it me or were people extra weepy this season?
No, they're always weepy.
They're always so weepy. I thought we've seen these family messages many times before, but it really hit me this time. I was like, why would anyone want to go be on Big Brother? Nothing seems fun about this game when you're in the house. These people are weeping. when they get a message of like good luck from a family member because they are so desperate
deprived.
For someone they trust and love.
Yes.
They are literally worried about getting shanked in the kidney at every moment. They are weeping. Yeah. They cannot hold it together. Brittany is like heaving sobs. I was like, nothing is good about this game. Is it worth it for $750,000? Probably, but like
for $750,000.
But only one person gets that. The rest of them get lifelong emotional trauma.
They get so much trauma. It's legit PTSD. We've seen the ones who do not process it and go into therapy. We see it flare up years later. It's a lot. I have no notes because you know me. I don't care.
I was like, okay, they're crying.
And then they're crying. Yeah. Yes. They're all cute. Your parents and your families are cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Great.
Brittany's making her case.
Yeah. So Monty won this veto 1,400 days ago. And we have just been sitting, waiting for him to make this decision. Brittany has to pitch. David, why are you dying?
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Brittany's eyes.
What?
Yes.
What? I don't see anything wrong with her
What
eyes.
Brittany should be doing, like the message is good, right? You can beat me.
Yeah.
More easily than you can beat Turner.
Yeah.
But the only strategy that's going to work here is to plant the seed, just to drop it and leave it. And this doesn't leave anything. It's not leaving a seed.
That's not leaving it?
It's planting it too
That's
hard.
That's not subtle?
Are you hearing me?
Are you just
about
slightly...
Turner? Did you get that? You know, like, it's like, Brittany, you just have to say it and walk away.
Yeah.
And she's very much like, I just want to be sure you're thinking about who you can beat.
She was like, let me come at every single angle. Yeah, there was no walking away. She covered every possible scenario that you should look at it. You know, you're going to beat me in comps. You're going to beat me in a jury vote. Yeah. But also, what have you done? You can't win this game, Monty. Turner's going to beat you. Oh, my God. She told him, what'd you do? Get Alyssa and then me out? And I was like, yes, Brittany, yes. You know, that hit his ego. He was not happy about that. Yeah. But, you know, what they showed us was like, Turner did some big moves, you know, and but you can always tell when Monty's not into something that when someone's talking to him and he doesn't like it, he smiles.
Oh.
It's a bit of a condescending smile, but it's like, you would say that is what his face is saying.
Oh,
you would think that.
Yeah.
Whenever he knows something and someone's giving him, you know, fake information or different information, he goes,
like a smug, like,
It's fairly smug because what he's thinking in his head is, girl, I ain't taking you.
No.
I'm getting rid of you because he thinks he can beat Turner, which I think he has a good chance to beat Turner in the Days one. Turner did horrible in that Days veto. But it doesn't matter because if Turner wins, Turner's taking Monty and Brittany is not. And that's really what it boils down to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he just listened to her and then was like, sure, I'll think about it. And then he ran to Turner and was like, can you believe she said that you're going to beat me in comps?
I wonder if she should have been like, I hope you keep Turner because I want Turner to beat you and send you out. Like maybe she should have used some like reverse psychology or something. But she's like, she's trying to really hard. And then we go to the speeches and she's like, Monty,
she's not done.
You have beat me in 9 out of 11 and only 4 out of 9 for Turner. Like she's just making this like statistical argument.
I've got the stats.
And it's like, you're doing too much.
I think it's perfect.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, it's not swaying him at all.
No, but she's not going to. There's nothing she can say to sway him.
Yeah.
Because Turner's taking him to final 2. Like, that's it. She could have maybe tried to say, I'll take you. But other than that, there's nothing you can say.
I don't know. It just it felt like an overly try-hard speech.
But isn't that who Brittany is?
I just would have stood up and been like,
over try-hard.
You know what it is. Like, I don't think you can beat Turner. I think you could beat me. I think it's best for your game to keep me, but you're probably not going to. But if you did, hey, I would love, I think that she just is like a little too intense for me in this moment. I'm like, it's not doing you any good.
That is 100% how Brittany has been all season.
100%.
And it does rub some people the wrong way. Like, not everyone loves it.
Yeah. Monty's rubbed the wrong way by a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Turns out.
Books and Quirks.
Thank you, Books and Quirks. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Thank you. $9.99, by the way.
Okay.
That's new. Usually $4.99. We got a little bonus tonight. Thank you, Books and Quirks.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay, so Brittany makes her speech. Turner's like...
Turner's speech was good, too.
I'm just loyal.
He was like, I am actually better for your game because I'm loyal, and this girl hadn't been loyal to you, which is true. But I feel like both their speeches were true.
It was good.
And game related.
And I love that Turner's like, love you, Brittany, but like, you're not.
But no.
Yeah. So Monty steps up. I did love this moment. He kind of takes a while to get to the point, Yeah. And he kind of meanders. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I really got to think about what's best for my game in the end game. And I got to think about the next week and the next competition. And Turner's eyes start to get a little wide. Like, dude, tell me you're not overthinking this. Mm-hmm. And he's like, so Brittany, I'm voting to evict Brittany. And Turner's like, oh my God.
He was like, could you lead with that?
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, when Brittany goes out to see Julie, by the way, Brittany, this green on you, gorgeous. Really love that green.
Yeah, you look great.
But I was really happy to hear that she knows that Turner is better for Monty's game.
Yeah.
Like Julie asked her and she's like, no, he made the right choice.
Yeah.
First off, she's like, I could beat Monty in these end games, which I would have liked to have seen it.
Would have loved to see it.
But she was like, yeah, he is very close with Turner. Of course, keep Turner. So she gets it.
Yeah. And, she's like, listen, I want to be friends with Michael. I just need to understand. And I'm like, you just need to have a conversation with him and get over it.
Yeah.
Because I actually don't think there's that much more to understand than you already understand. He made a game move. Yeah. It was a desperate attempt to stay in the game. That's all it is. But I think she just needs to hear that from him.
Yeah.
And they're going to be fine.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, she won that comp and she was like, this is for you, Michael. I think she's already there.
Yeah.
She just needs
that closure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to be just
fine.
Fine. Then she's like, hey, final three. Bye. And I was like,
no, literally.
What?
She's like, let's go talk to the house guest. Final three into the living room.
Okay.
Everybody seated?
Cool.
Okay, you are the final three.
Right, got it.
Thank you, goodbye.
Bye. I was like, what? All right.
So weird.
But we're going to have the cookout come on. Yeah. So that was it. She did tell them that the finale is going to be Sunday because they've been thinking it's next Wednesday or Thursday. Like that they had a whole other week. Uh-huh. So they probably were like, yee, we got to play some comps real quick here.
Yeah.
But then we had the cookout.
Yeah, the cookout came and Hannah's basically like, you're never going to replicate our alliance. Our alliance was built on harmony and love. Yeah. And that's just never going to happen again. And I think she's right.
100%.
Then we hear from DF, right?
Well, Azza talked, Tiffany talked.
Oh, yeah, Azza.
Love to hear them. I just feel like this was not well produced.
It wasn't.
You have the cookout. Yeah. And you gave us about 6 minutes for 6 people, plus a host setting up questions. Yeah. It did not feel, it felt kind of forced and stiff. Yeah. And we want to hear the cookout talk about this stuff. Yeah. She had like 2 good questions, and then she was like, Derek, who do you want to win? And then that was like, was that Taylor. It? For all the guys only got to talk about who they wanted to win.
Yes, that's it. Well, I mean, truly, I'm going to be honest. Get everybody out but Tiffany. And I want to hear Tiffany analyze this entire season.
Well, for sure.
That's what I want to hear. Yeah. But, we have to hear from the whole group.
Well, I mean, I love to see Azza and getting the winner's perspective. 100%. Xavier did win last season.
It just felt like they were avoiding.
It could have been better.
Monty.
Well,
didn't hear a lot about Monty.
The absence from this group of Monty's name was deafening.
Yeah. I mean, I think the only mention that comes to mind was Xavier saying, I want to go and smack him upside the head.
Yep. Yep. That I heard that loud and clear.
Yeah.
That nobody's even considering Monty as a winner of this season.
And then Kyland went. And I gotta be honest, I wrote Kyland talks.
Oh.
And it just, I forget exactly what he said, but he said something about like, you don't really want to see that in a winner. And I don't know what he said, but it felt like a dig. Because that's how Kyland is. What? Whenever he talks, it's some kind of like diss on somebody else. So I was like, is that a dig at Xavier or something? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. No, I definitely wanted to hear more from Xavier on like with some substance.
Yeah.
Not just like sometimes I want to smack them upside the head.
The fact that literally Julie, to the winner of last season, was like, who do you think is going to win? Quickly.
Real quickly. Because Azza and Tiffany and Hannah went on too long.
I mean,
don't know.
Azza did go on too long and she kind of stumbled over herself. I love Azza. But
Azza, she stumbled on the last part.
She stumbled on
it. I'd say with like Hannah, I was like, good, and stop. But then she like said a couple more sentences. Yeah. So, it's hard to wrap up your thought.
It is.
You're like, I said it. And then, so, and then, so like, and then that's what I mean.
Yeah. Look at us.
You're like, just.
We go for hours, you guys.
When I start a sentence, spot on. By the end of it,
we're talking about how we've been complaining about the cookout going on and on and on, and we have been going on and on.
Turn us off, guys.
Anyway,
shut it down. Move on with your lives. What are we even doing?
But it's mostly love for Taylor, I think.
Yeah, that's the overall
There's
theme.
some respect for Turner. But basically, they all want Taylor to win.
Yeah, I think it was respect for Turner only, like, because not Monty.
Yeah.
They were like,
Turner if not
started
Taylor,
it.
then Turner.
Yeah, I get that's the vibe. If not Taylor, then okay, fine, Turner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So
I did like that Tiffany threw in a dig about Terrence trying to keep Kyle for saying it was for the wrong reasons, but just say it's for your game.
Yeah.
Because thank you.
Yeah.
Terrence wanted to keep Kyle for his game.
Yeah.
And you're like, let me teach him a lesson. I did appreciate that she got that in.
Mm-hmm.
That was the nugget there.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's the show where you get to vote for America's favorite player now.
Yes.
Get your votes in.
What is the thing about they get more than money?
They get a cruise.
Oh, how nice. The Real Love Boat?
An integration with the new show, The Real Love Boat, that they're going to send Taylor on a cruise when she wins.
Oh.
And,
can she win if she wins the season?
You know what? I thought no, but people have been telling me that they can.
That would be insane. That's never happened, right?
It's never happened.
Whoa.
I mean,
she will win America's favorite player, right?
I have to imagine.
I know she's like the one that Twitter is campaigning for.
Right, but
which doesn't always win.
Right. But
because Twitter does not represent the larger BB fandom.
Casuals.
Yeah.
The TV only
Do they
watchers,
like Taylor?
As far as I know, still like Taylor. Like they've been rooting for the underdog as well.
Wow. Huge.
I have, those who check in on Facebook might have more information. I don't know how that works.
I mean, there should be a rule that if you win the season and America's favorite player, you also get second place's money.
Wait, but you get the America's favorite money.
Yeah, but it's just like, okay, nobody else did anything.
Yeah, basically.
You won the season and America loves you.
Which
you get all the money.
Which is not a horrible message for this season.
Yeah.
Nobody counts. I'm sorry. At this point in the season, Michael's out.
Yeah.
There's no real winner except for Taylor.
Amen.
I don't make the rules. It's just where we are.
It's just where we are. Yeah.
Look, Monty and Turner have both won comps. They've both evicted people. They've made alliances and things have happened, but their game does not compare to what Taylor has done.
Now, here's the thing, though. She doesn't win if she doesn't win the final HOH, right? Because Monty and Turner are going to take each other at this point. Like, there was a moment where I thought, oh, Monty's going to take Taylor. They're in the showmance, blah, blah, blah.
He's going to take her. He will take her.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, there's only a couple days left, so I can't imagine anything huge happens. But, I mean, it's possible. But Monty's been saying for a good solid week now, he's definitely taking Taylor. And he's not saying that back to Turner, right? So Turner's like, I got you, man. I'm taking you. And he's like, cool.
Okay. Wow.
Like he's trying to make Turner feel like he will, but he's never said the actual words. Whereas to Taylor, he says those words, I'm taking you. We are going to the end together. And of course she's like, yeah, same. Now that Brittany's out of the picture, she is definitely taking him. So Monty's in final 2, no matter what. I guess there's a chance that he pisses Taylor off enough that she decides to go with Turner. But in the house, Taylor actually thinks Turner has a better shot of winning than Monty. Like the stuff that Brittany was talking about is how they think inside the house. That Turner has made more moves. So they think, he was like the second comp beast to Michael for a while there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I think in her head, she doesn't realize if she cut Monty, it would actually be a little better for her game. She definitely beats Turner. I'm a little scared of her sitting next to Monty. The vote will be interesting. If she wins part 1 of HOH and then part 3 and she takes whoever, she wins. Yeah. But if Monty
takes her,
is the one who like kind of controls this last endgame narrative, he's going to get some of those dudes' votes.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't love that.
Yeah. So.
Well.
Yeah. Michael's a good player. I support that.
He could win.
Look, they're going to name a top 3. So, put your votes in for Taylor and then get your old email address out and put your votes in for Michael or Joseph or whoever your second fave is.
Yeah.
Because you want a good solid top 3 that they announce.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting.
Joseph, I have not heard that there's going to be any in-person media at the finale. I think we're going to be doing Zooms again.
Okay.
I have not been given that info.
Got it.
What else? What else did we talk about? So Turner will take Monty.
Yeah.
Monty will take Turner. Taylor. And Taylor will take Monty. But depending, how these last comp things go, it's,
What if Turner wins then? Taylor's out. And do you think Turner wins the season?
I don't think so. I think Monty beats Turner. I think Turner has screwed himself out of an Alyssa vote and a Joseph vote. And he was never friends with Indy. So I think he already starts without some votes. And then him and Monty kind of have similar games. They're both pound leftover, both won a decent amount of comps.
Yeah.
Interesting. So they're going to give Monty, it looks like from this jury package, they're giving Monty credit for getting Michael out. And that would be the biggest thing.
Yep.
So that's what I'm thinking. But
interesting.
It's really hard to tell what the jury's actually thinking from a very short edited thing.
It is. I'm looking forward to a big, juicy jury segment on probably Sunday, right? It would be during the finale.
We'll get
just
to
get a
sense
of where their heads are.
The upside is Brittany will arrive during the roundtable and she can throw the smackdown of like, are you guys even paying attention to Taylor's game?
Yeah. Do you think she will?
She will. She absolutely will. Now, look, does everyone listen to Brittany? No, she's not everyone's favorite.
I was just trying to think of like who's going to be the most influential voice on the jury.
Right.
I wonder if it's Michael, just because they were all like, you should have won.
Yeah.
And whoever Michael like anoints as the winner, they're going to rally behind.
Yeah. I would imagine Michael has some decent agency in that in that jury.
Yeah.
Terrence is going to try for Monty. He will.
That might actually hurt Monty.
I don't know.
I can't with Terrence.
I think Jasmine will gladly jump on the Taylor train, and Indy and Alyssa will gladly jump on the Taylor train if somebody, presents some points. I have no doubt Taylor's going to show up with an amazing speech. She's going to be like, I came in as an underdog. Y'all didn't want me to do anything. I sat on the block here and here and here.
Yeah.
She's going to do that, and it might help and like get some people to like change their mind, but it's hard to change your mind in that moment, right?
Yeah.
I think most people have their like, I'm probably voting this way.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
Interesting. Well,
right?
Fingers crossed for a Taylor win.
David is
I
yawning.
Sorry, I was like
David,
trying to do a dramatic pause.
We have another stream. You
I
can't fall
know.
asleep
One
yet.
more stream. It's only 8 o'clock. I'm fine. I can do it.
Nope. No one takes Turner. Turner has to win, and he can win. He's not good with those days, though. So actually, I don't know if he can win because that's usually part 3. Part 3 is some sort of knowledge.
Yeah. And he's not good at that?
He's not. He's only...
It's so
disappointing. His memory is only so good.
It's so disappointing.
So I don't think Turner's actually going to get the say.
Huh.
Yeah. What else? Any other questions about this final 3? We will be here Sunday.
Yes, we will.
Finale.
Hey.
It's happening.
2 hours, right?
2-hour finale.
And we'll do it
Sunday.
Right after the East Coast airing.
Yeah, so I think that's 7 p.m. Pacific is when we will go live with all of that fun stuff.
I'm so excited.
Right now.
We're
going to end this stream and we're going to start an amazing race recap from the premiere last night. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that.
Please do. It was quite a premiere.
It really, really was. Final 3 wide open. Yep, you guys. Woot woot.
Yes.
Love it.
I think Linda might be right. They want a girl to win.
The girls?
I think so.
Those girls.
Those girls, you can't trust them.
They really set us up.
Can't trust them.
For none of them in the end.
I know.
The one they excluded is the last girl standing.
Yeah, I did like that. I was pointed that out.
Yeah.
Ken, you're asking the wrong 2 people.
The wrong 2 people.
I'm so sorry.
If they scheduled this during football, that's really on them, and I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
We got no spoilers for you, but we can do a dance.
We sure can.
Spoilers.
I
mean, when the people ask, we deliver.
We give them what they want, unless they're asking for a ream scream, which will never happen again.
Nope, that was a one-time doozy. All right, you guys in the chat, thank you for entertaining us. We really appreciate it.
We do, and if you're joining us later, leave us a comment and let us know what your predictions are for the end game here, and who do you want to win, and also who are you voting for America's favorite player?
Who are you voting for? And it's okay, you can vote for anyone that you want.
As long as it's Taylor or Michael.
Or Joseph or anybody else.
Yeah, I'd accept that.
That you actually like.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.